Yeah, so welcome back from that break. So we are going to the next section, which says why small habits make a difference. So we've been able to establish the idea that there's something called aggregation of marginal gains, improving 1% in everything they do. So, but the question now is why small habits make a difference? Why small habits make a big difference? So, it is very easy for us to overestimate the importance of one defining moment and underestimate the value of making small improvement on a daily basis. Too often, we convince ourselves that massive success requires massive action. So, you can see, like, the whole idea is that massive success requires massive action. And as an African, well, back then in Nigeria, you believe that, oh, you need to do so much, you need to do a lot. And to be honest, right, you can actually compare this to even your faith as a Christian. If you can have a faith as small as a mustard seed, you move mountain. And that concept also makes sense here. That we convince ourselves that we need to do a lot, we need to do so much. Oh my days, before I can start gym, I need to. I know I must probably have. I don't know what excuses you come up with. But back then, I know. Oh, I must buy this clothes. I must do this. I must. Whether it is in losing weight, building a business, writing a book, winning a championship, or achieving any goal, we put pressure on ourselves to make some heart shattering improvements that everyone will talk about. So we feel like, oh, before I can do something, I need to do a lot so that people will see. People will like, yes, that boy is doing some great workout. Oh my days, look at your muscle. What did you do? Or maybe your business. You say, oh, I need to maybe eat £1,000 in 1 month so that people will know that yes, I'm making business. Whereas this book is telling us that those are pressure, which we already know. Even the Bible says that you just need to have a faith as small as a mustard seed. Let's continue. Meanwhile, improving by 1% isn't particularly notable. Sometimes it is even noticeable. It is it isn't even noticeable, but it can be far more meaningful, especially in the long run. The difference a tiny improvement can make over time is astounding. So yeah, so before I go on, is like even if you improving just 1%, get improving your business, in your character, in your study or your Bible reading or in your faith, improving just 1% like goes a long way. You remember the aggregation of marginal gains. So that 1%, if you keep improving, like, oh, another thing, improve it, improve it, improve it. When you combine all of them together, then that is the improvements. Those tiny improvements can make, you know the over time they will be astounding, the improvement they will be making. So here's how the math works. If you can get 1% better each day for 1 year, you will end up 37 times better by the time you are done. Conversely, if you get 1% worse each day for 1 year, you will decline nearly down to zero. What starts as a small win or minor setback accumulates into something much more. So the whole idea is, so in the book talks about if you get 1% better in 1 year, you get that will be 37 times better. 1% each day, that's 37%. 365 days, get better every day by 1%. That will like 37% better than if you did not do anything. And if you get worse, you're getting 37% worse. So if you work on bad habits, if you work on good habit, I don't know. There's a difference between the whew, whew. All right. Okay. So let's go. So there's a diagram here. I don't know if you can see. Yeah. So basically, 37% better, 37% worse. If you start, you go high. If you start maybe good way, go high. If you start in a very bad way, you go low. All right. Cool. So habits are the compound interest of self improvement. So if you feel like you want to improve yourself better, you will need to watch your habits. And remember, we define habit as a an automatic response to some things, like, or an habit or something we do. That so the book also says that when we make when we are improving 1%, we don't even notice it. Like the improving 1%, we don't notice it quickly. Like, you might not even see if you save if you save, just like you say. So the book says, just like money, if you save £1 now, or you're not going to, yeah, you're not a millionaire, right? But imagine saving it for a consecutive number of days. I'm not saying you should save £1, but you get what I mean. So maybe just if you keep saving money as time goes on, you don't, let's say you won't get 1,000 quid at the same time, like immediately 1,000 pounds. But if you keep saving, keep saving, let's say £100, 50 quid, keep saving, once one day you get to 1,000 pounds. And that is the whole idea of habit as well. If you keep improving 1% everywhere, 1% here, 1% every day, or every consecutive number of period of days, as times goes on, you become better. And this can take a year, this can be like 12 years, this can be, so that means the earlier the better. And remember, it is the whole math work both in negative, positive and negative. So if you are improving 1% better every day, you are, getting better each day. And but if you are going down as well, that's so bad. All right. So, and the book is also saying that sometimes if you're not seeing any changes, we feel so sad. We're like, okay, now I'm not seeing any changes. I'll probably give up. Whereas if you are saving your money now, you become a millionaire in a day. Yeah. So you need to keep saving. And so that's the whole same thing with this habit. Success is a product of daily habit, not once in a lifetime transformation. So if you really want to become successful, find what you want to become successful in and keep doing what will make you successful every day. You might not be successful that very day, but as you keep going, believing, having faith, trust God, drink water, and you keep continue doing that, like, you'll be successful. Not everybody have the patience actually, and that's where you need to be patient. So yeah, in addition to what I said earlier about that success is the product of daily habits and not once in a lifetime transformation. So the book also say that, like, you don't have to be successful, or so if you want to start a good thing now, or probably you want to start a habit or something, you don't have to be either successful now. You might even start from a very low point in your life, and you make that decision. You know what, I'm going to be successful, I want to be successful. So I remember when I was learning programming, I don't have the knowledge, I don't even know what it is, I was just reading it. I didn't even know I could earn a lot of money, which I'm still really hoping to earn a lot of money, you know what I'm saying, right? But then I was just learning, I was just coding, building product, or building like command line applications, like boring things, just doing. It was boring to other people, but it was fun for me, right? So but I was keep doing it. I was doing it. And 2019, 2020, boom, COVID period came. Even though I've been doing it, right? I've been doing it. I've been using to earn small money over there, like left and right. But by the time COVID came, and companies are looking for people to work remotely and all those things, everybody that's been learning back like some few years back already have this. They just keep doing it, just like you. It's stock. You just keep your money, keep keeping your money, and by the time there's a need for it, or it blows. Whew. And that's what this book is saying. Like, success is not something you just decide to say, okay, fine, I want to become successful now. You become successful, except only God. And even God says that, I think Psalm 90 verse 17, one of my favorites, he says, let the favor of the Lord our God be upon us, and establish the work of our hands upon us. Yes, establish the work of our hands. So, this is also saying, like, the Lord will bless you if you are doing something. Like, something has to be in your hands. You need to be doing something. And it's same thing with this. Success is the product of daily habits. What have you been doing? Kilonshe, that's Yoruba. Like, what have you been doing? Okay, so whenever you want to start an habit, you want to do anything, just put that in your mind. What I want to start now, I'm not going to see improvement tomorrow, or I might not see the reward or probably the outcome immediately tomorrow. But if I keep on doing it, by God's grace, it's going to get better. So that is the mindset this book is trying to tell us to have. So it gives this analogy, which, let me just read it, that if you're a millionaire, but you spend you spend more than you earn each month, then you're on a bad trajectory. If your spending habits don't change, it doesn't going to end well. Conversely, if you are broke but you save little bit every month, then you are on the path toward financial freedom, even if you are moving slower than you would like. And that's the point. And something I've actually realized, like, is that once you start something, you don't see. I think on my Instagram page, I uploaded a picture. I remember one quote I saw that says, "The cost of entry is embarrassment," and it's actually true. And the whole idea is that if you understand, okay, I just need to start something. I might not get it the first time. The first time I started gymming, although I'm not a pro yet, but the first time I started gymming and I started getting serious and I believe in myself, you know what, okay, let me just keep doing it. My clothing collection was rough. Victor made jest of me. Victor, shout out to you. He basically, well, it was making jest, but it was in a loving way. You understand that? Fine boy, waiting they wear today. What are you wearing tomorrow? This does not look. I'm the one that was like, you know what? I've had enough. Let me go and buy better clothes. AliExpress. I shipped a lot of clothing back then in 2022. But what I'm saying here is this: I wouldn't know I need a better clothing or a better outfit if I don't go to the gym, or if I don't keep consistently going to the gym. And that's an habit. I'm building it. I'm going every day, and also interacting with people, trying to get better. And I wouldn't start this. I wouldn't know that I need a better clothes to make myself better, to make myself feel good about what I'm doing. So you can see that improvement. Even though I started at the point whereby I was not successful in it, but the trajectory I'm going, or we've started this, okay, now this is how you improve better. This is what you do. But you wouldn't know if you don't start. And that's what this book is trying to say, that the trajectory you are going really matters. So you don't have to, you start gymming now, you can't skip 100. That's fine. But you can skip 5. You can't even skip 5 before. But now as you keep going, you're skipping 20. You're skipping 10, or sorry, 30. You're skipping more. So that's the whole idea. You need to just start. You need to find a point where you can start so that you continue. And as you keep doing it, you can see that even sometimes your improvement can actually even be faster, depending on how you want to improve, or depending on the opportunities and environment you are in. Do you get what I'm saying? Let's go on. All right, so yeah, and okay, so there's a part asterisk. English. Okay, your outcomes are a lagging measure of your habit. Your net worth is a lagging measure of your financial habit. Your weight is a lagging measure of your eating habit. Your knowledge is a lagging measure of your learning habit. Your clutter is a lagging measure of your cleaning habit. You get what you repeat. So you're just saying your outcomes are a lagging measure of your habit. The things you do are probably what you have. So if your room is dirty, for example, it just shows how much you clean. That's your cleaning habit. You don't have a cleaning habit, you don't need to feel bad. Whatever you see, you get what you repeat. So if you see me fit, for example, that shows that this guy has the habit of going to the gym. Your net worth. So if you see somebody that's very rich, like rich in a legal way, and they are rich, it just shows you their financial habits, their saving, and all those financial thingy. If you see somebody that is knowledgeable, it just shows you that they like learning a lot, like we are doing right now. You know what I'm saying? So you get what you repeat. Things. So just imagine, what do you want to repeat? Whatever you repeat, the outcome, it just shows who you are. So a fit body, a cleaner room, your grades in school. If you're not cheating, in as much you're not cheating, and you are getting, let's say, good score, then that shows that yes, this person reads at home, or they practice well and the likes. So habits are a double-edged sword. Bad habits can cut you down just as easily as good habits can build you up, which is why understanding the details is crucial. Alexa, pause. Thank you for the alarm. It's a double-edged sword, and depending on where you are doing, either good habit or bad habit. So let's be careful with that. So your habits. So there's another section that says, let's go for a break, please. This